Hello everybody, let's learn Vue props. In Vue, props are a crucial feature that allows data to be passed from parent component to child component. This is a key concept in component-based development, enabling you to build reusable and modular components that can receive dynamic data from their parent components. So, it is a way that child component can get data from the parent component so that it can display or use that data efficiently or flexibly. This tutorial will walk you through the basics of props in Vue, explaining how to define and use them in Vue component with practical examples. Number one, what are the props in Vue? Props, short for properties, actually props are properties, are mechanism for passing data from a parent component to a child component. They allow child components to be more dynamic and reusable by receiving different data each time they used. So they allow child components to be more dynamic and reusable by receiving different data each time they are used. Number one, props are passed down from the parent component to the child component. And second, they allow parent components to feed the child components with data similar to function parameters. It's like similar to function parameters. They feed the child components. It gives the data, sends the data. This is the way of props or properties. We call it props. 2. Defining props in child component. To receive props in a child component, you must define them using props option. The props can be simple data types like string, number, or boolean, or they can be objects, arrays, or even functions. So, prop can be anything, can be simple data types, or there can be objects, arrays, or even functions. Example, simple prop definition. Let's define a simple child component that accepts a prop called message of type string from its parent component. Child component.view, template tag, div tag, now h2 tag, then within double curly braces message, then div tag is closed, template is closed. Message should be data? No, it is prop. It got from the parent component. Let's see. Script tag, then export default function, then props. There will be one property called props, and it will be an object, and it has message string. This is the name of the prop, and this is the string. What is the type of the prop? Then script tag is closed. Now explanation. Props, message colon string. This tells Vue that this tells Vue that child component expects to receive a prop called message of type string. It expects a prop named message of type string. Next, passing props from parent to child. Once you have defined props in the child component, you can pass data from the parent component to the child component using attribute binding. This is important. How to send the prop? Using attribute binding. Let's see. Example, passing props from parent. Parent component dot view, template tag, view tag. Now child component. Message is equal to hello from parent. And script is like that. Import child component from dot slash child component dot view within the same directory. Export default, then object, then components, child component. Then components object is closed and this export default component, this one is also closed. Then script tag is closed. What does it say? In the parent component, we use message is equal to hello from the parent syntax to pass a value to the message prop in the child component. Please see the previous example. Here is the message and this message is sent like this. In the parent component, we use the message is equal to hello from parent syntax to pass a value to the message prop in the child component. The child component receives this value and displays it in the h2 tag. And this receives it and displays it in h2 tag here. Next, using dynamic props. You can also pass dynamic props to child components using vbind directive. This is useful when you want to pass data from the parent component's data properties or computed properties to the child component. By the way, vbind is also shortcut as colon here. Parent component dot view, template div child component, message is equal to parent message is equal to within quotes parent message. Then div is closed, temp is closed, script import child component from dot slash child component dot view. Components, child components, child component, component object is closed, then data function, it returns parent message. It is used here. Otherwise, without using those colon, this colon, it will show parent message, literally parent message. But in that case, it will show or something. This is the dynamic message from parent. So you can dynamically send this way. Here script is closed. Let's see the child component. It's there? No. Okay, you can understand that this parent message will be sent to the child component dynamically due to this colon. Colon message is equal to parent message. The vbind directive, that is colon is shorthand for vbind, is used to bind the parent message data property to the message prop in the child component. The value of parent message can be updated dynamically and the child component will reflect those changes automatically. That's okay. Next, prop validation. Valid a prop. How can we test that the prop sent is the valid one? Vue allows you to specify prop validation to ensure that props are passed with the correct type and values. This can help you catch errors early when props are passed incorrectly. When props are passed incorrectly, it catches the error early. Example, prop validation with default values. You can define more specific prop validation by providing an object instead of type. Here we use the type, I think, or object, yes, object instead of type. Child component dot view. Template div h2 within double curly braces, message h2 is closed, then p tag age, then within double curly braces age, then p tag is also closed, then div tag is closed, then template tag is closed. Now script tag, open export default. Now the object props colon, then the props object. Props has two objects. These props has two objects. One is message, type string, required true, whether it is required or not. This may be optional, but no. Here we write that this is required is true and the type is string. This is the validation object. Message is not an object, it is a string of type string, but required true. So required is true, means it is not optional. Now age colon, type number, default 18. So it is not required. By default it is 18. If no age is passed, it will show or get 18. Validator, value will be arrow function, value must be greater than equal to 18, validator, otherwise it will run false. Here it will run true if the 18 and above, this is true, and otherwise false. Then this age is closed, age validator is closed. Now props property is closed, property object is closed, and finally that default object, export default, that object is also closed. Now script tag is closed. Next, the explanation, message, type string, required true. This, the message prop is of type string and it is required. If the parent does not pass the prop, Vue will throw a warning. This is the beauty of Vue. If the message does not pass this prop, Vue will throw a warning. You can do many things inside Vue. It's not like React.js. You have to use lots of things, lots of code, but Vue is there. It is there. This validator is there. Now age, type, number, default 18, and validator colon, value, arrow function, value is greater than is equal to 18. So the age prop is optional because the default value is 18 with a default value of 18. The validator, this is the validator, ensures that the value passed must be 18 or greater. This must be 18 or greater value. Next. Passing multiple props. You can pass multiple props to a child component and the child can handle all the props passed to it. Example, multiple props. This is child component.view and here is the template. Div tag. Now h2 tag within double curly braces there is message and within p tag there is double curly braces which has description. Now p tag is closed. Again one p tag, items colon, then double curly braces, items dot join, comma. So there must be an array which is joined by comma and it will show the list of items here. Okay, let's see. Script export default props, then props object message colon string, description colon string, and items is an array of type array. Then that props object is closed, final object is closed, and script tag is also closed. Let's see. The parent component.view template is there, template tag, then div tag, then child component message is equal to message from a parent. Description, this is a description passed as a prop. Both please think about that. Those message and descriptions, they took the text, the things literally. So message will be used as message from parent. But here colon items, that is vbind, and it actually creates an array, not a literal of string. If colon is omitted, it will show as its string, and the string is and the array is array of strings, that is Vue, React, Angular. Then items will be shown in that way. Then it is child component is closed, div tag is closed, template is closed. Now script, import child component from /child component.view, export default components colon child component. Okay. Now it sends the value to the child component, because in the child component it uses this message, descriptions and string as an array. So it joins the string values, string items, an array items, and show it here. Explanation. In the parent component, multiple props, message, description, and items are passed to the child component. The child component handles them as defined in the props object. Okay. Next. Handling Boolean props. Boolean props don't require a value to be passed. If the prop is present, it automatically true. If it is not present, it's false. Please, I am telling you again. Boolean props doesn't require a value to be passed. If the prop is present, then it is automatically true. If it is not, it's false. Very, very beautiful. Example, Boolean prop, child component dot view example, then template tag, then view tag, then within h2 tag v if is visible. If this is visible, then message is visible. Because is visible, it's true. h2 is closed. Now this is closed here, and template is closed. Now script, export default, then the object, then the props property, which is of object type. Is visible is Boolean. Nothing is there. Is visible is Boolean. Now this is all the curly braces are closed. Now script tag is also closed. Now let's see the parent. This is the parent component dot view, template tag, then div tag, then child component. It is nothing is there. Is visible is true is not there. Only is visible is there. This is the beauty of Vue. Then view div tag is closed. Finally, template tag is closed. Script tag, import child component from within quotes dot slash child component dot view, close quote close, semicolon, and export default. Then this is the object components property, components property. It has an object child component. The name of this there, this name is here. Then it is closed, and this second bracket is closed. Then script tag is also closed. So in this way, this visible, it means is visible is equal to true. So v if it is shows here, this message is visible because is visible is true. It is not needed to write here true. Explanation: when you pass this is visible prop without a value, child component is visible, then close this one, it automatically evaluates to true. It automatically evaluates to true. If you omit it, the child component, then self close, it evaluates to false. So beautiful and intuitive, very intuitive. Next, one-way data flow. Props in Vue are one-way. The data flows from the parent component to the child component, but not the other way, not the child component to parent component. If you try to modify a prop directly inside the child component, Vue will give you a warning. You can't modify a parent component inside the child component. Instead, if a child component needs to update the value passed via props, you should emit an event. We shall discuss it specially. Emit an event to notify the parent component of the change. Hello parent, something is changed. It tells like that. This is emit of the emit message. Example: one-way data flow, child component dot view, template tag, div tag, then h2, count, button at click, increment count. Let's see, increment count. How to increment? You can't change the count. So increment is there, button is closed, div is closed, and template tag is also closed. Now script, export default, then the object, open props property is there. It has an object count number, And methods, within the methods property, there is an object and it has one function, increment count, and it says this dot emit, what emit? Update count, update hyphen count, and the value is this count plus 1. It shows, it sends that one, it emit, and you will see in the parent component how it catches that emission. Then this closed, all three are closed, then script tag is also closed. Let's see the parent component and view. Here is the fun. Div template is there, template tag, then div tag, then child component. vBind count, please remember that vBind count. vBind count, parent count. What is parent count? Wait, what is parent count? vBind count, parent count. This is, I think, a variable. Yes, it's variable. Then at update count. That is on, v on. At update count, update hyphen count. Where does it get that update count? From here. Here it says something, some signature of item count. This is the event. It says, yeah, hello, Mr. Parent. I'm sending you one event name with the signature of update count and some data is here. Then it catches that update count, update hyphen count, and within quotes update count. This is the method update count. Here it will run. So for this event, like click event, at click, as we write at click, here we write at update hyphen count. Sorry, it uses update count. Then div is closed and template tag is also closed. Now script, import child component from /child component .view. Export default, then the object begins. Components of component property, then there is an object child component from here, as you know. Then data function, it returns parent count. This parent count is here. This is the count property, and here is this dot count plus 1. It sends there. Pen count is 0. Now data function is closed, comma, methods property. It has some objects or functions. Update count, new count. What is the value of the new count? This one. This data value is the new count. This count plus 1. This value is the new count, and this dot parent count is equal to new count. So the parent count is changed. Very beautiful. So the parent count is also changed. And when this new parent count is changed, this parent count is changed. Here count is also changed. Here, because it is vBind, it's not literally sending parent count. It is changed. The value, here it is changed. This value is changed because it gets it as a prop count. This is the prop. Here you see this is the prop. So in this way, the child component also can emit some event to change parent data. Here parent data is used, parent data is changed. What is changed? Parent data is changed. But not inside of Vue. not inside of Vue, outside of Vue, in the parent component. Next, explanation. Child component emits an event update count with a new count value. The parent component listens to the event and updates its data through parent count accordingly. Updates its data parent count accordingly. Okay. Next, summary. Props in Vue are an essential part of creating dynamic, reusable components by allowing data to be passed from the parent to child components. We covered define props in a child component, passing static and dynamic props from a parent component, using prop validation for type checking and default values, handling multiple props and Boolean props, understanding one-way data flow and how to update parent data using events. Mastering props will enable you to build modular, maintainable components that can be easily reused across your application. That's all for now. Thank you.